riders has been to Romania, and he says he's created some new tracks on his property that remind him of Romaniacs. Which sounds like another torture session for the middle-aged muppet brigade. It's hot and humid. Why can't we be like normal dirt riders and just find some nice flowing tracks to stay cool? We start with a little warm-up in the playground. Ben is starting to really get the hang of riding along logs, but unfortunately the camera effect kicks in. He rode along this perfectly a few times until I turned the camera on. Then it all turns to shit. Although this last one was pretty cool. My apologies for the camera aimed a bit too low. After the shitty chinstrap mount rusted and broke on my Suomy helmet, I'm using my backup helmet and the camera mount doesn't fit very well. So it's off to find this new rocky gully climb. I've never been to Romaniacs, but apparently this terrain is quite similar. Leaf litter everywhere, often over loose soil that is very hard to get traction in, and conveniently placed rocks under the leaves. This doesn't look steep, but I had to turn around for a second shot. It's so hard getting good grip. Just what the doctor ordered. The mossy rocks are wet from overnight rain and they are hard to see properly under all the leaves. It's great balancing practice for trying not to put a foot down. There are regular little drops that are easy enough to ride down, but really tough trying to ride up them. And that's what we are about to do.
This one's a bit tricky.
The moment you hit a wet rock, there is almost zero traction.
Fucking Lantana. Curse of Australia.
Standing and paddling with one leg. This weights the rear wheel, and I'm running very low air pressures, so hopefully the bigger tyre patch will find grip. Ben is doing the same thing. Good balance until he's suddenly drawn in by my pheromones.
Catch that. That's a nipple grab, mate. They're very soft nipples.
Yeah, in case of emergency, pull here.
Yeah. What happens in the bush stays in the bush. Momentum is the key to these little ledges. But Ben deliberately stops so he can practice the static zap for uphill obstacles. We did a training vid on this recently.
Yeah, this one's awkward. You got another step so quickly afterwards.
Watch Ben throw his weight forward at the critical moment.
Momentum. Very nice, mate.
Me, I just want to get through quickly and avoid heat exhaustion. So it's sit and paddle.
Bloody Lantana. that pivot turn actually worked.
It's only a gentle slope, but man, it's tough getting traction. It must be insanely difficult at Romaniacs, where it's so much steeper.
Man. Amazing how little it takes to get out of breath.
Ben's really working hard, trying not to spin the rear wheel. Same here. I check there are no rocks in front of the rear wheel. Getting steeper now, so it gets so much tougher.
Hey, this is hard work.
I've edited out all the breaks, but there are plenty of stops to get our breath back and get the sweat out of our eyes. And this is it, the toughest bit. So little grip here that you need momentum to get up a pile of wet rocks. And the log on the left grabs our foot pegs and keeps pushing the bike over.
Well, the track clearing's harder than the riding sometimes.
Are we having fun yet? I get a bit closer to film the action. Damn, it just spins on these wet rocks.
Yeah, the spinning on rocks. Yeah, not a lot of traction for the run up.
First gear again, but stand and paddle.
Bugger.
Now, of course, in an enduro, time is really important. You would just get off and push the bike the moment you were stuck. But we're treating this as a challenge in getting momentum with a short, slippery run-up.
Ooh, so close. You've dislodged a big tree root behind the rear wheel, mate.
I didn't film all of Ben's attempts, but in the end he goes second gear, and then we push and pull the bike over a log at the top. Then it's my turn. I experiment with first gear, although as Ben discovered, I know it's not good for traction.
Yeah, it's slippery.
Next attempt, second gear. Much better, but I don't slip the clutch enough to keep the momentum needed. I don't like my chances, but let's experiment with our old stand on the seat technique.
Oh yeah, no, I can see.
You see what happens, Jimmy? You see what happens, Jimmy? There are rules.
I'll just try one try. Yeah, well. Yeah, no, I think we'll have to just pull it through. Thanks, mate.
I made a good farting noise though.
Yeah.
We had his bash plate up on there, see?
Yep.
You just hold the front one.
Yeah, come on, got her. Yep, she's up. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Go a bit further forward.
That's our weightlifting for the day.
By this point, we were comprehensively fucked. So it was back to the house for lunch and working on our excuses for why we couldn't go any further. Such is the life of the Dirt Muppets.